change is going to happen by some resource. NLP has always said, if I can get that, problem state and the resource, and the resource gets there. I mean, if you want to think about it from a neurological perspective, you suddenly make some kind of synaptic connection that hasn't been there before. And now there's this new resource that's available. And that can happen through metaphors. It can happen through all kinds of things. So the key is, I like to sometimes make the analogy that a resource is sort of like medicine. And you can get medicine, you could take a pill, you can get an injection, you could, there's different ways to get it. But as long as you get that resource into the right place. So it's got to be, here's the place, I need the resource, there's the resource. Now, by going into the past, searching through memory, that's one way to bring into the present some experience, and then hopefully also in some other way, bring some other resource into the present. And that's what's going to create the change. So that's why so many different kinds of techniques work. Shamanic techniques work for some people. And again, maybe the final thing is, this is what Bandler and Grinder said that really totally got me from the very beginning, the structure of magic. They said every kind of therapeutic technique works for some people. They said, well, the interesting question isn't to argue about the technique, it's to look at what happens in the person when it works, regardless of what the thing was, regardless of whether it's NLP, shamanism, hypnosis, whatever you want to call it. What has happened in that individual when suddenly the change occurs? And what they said happens is that somehow this internal map of the world is enriched. And when that map of the world is enriched, then we have more choices. And so I think that's sort of the key. And that's what Sleight of Mouth is always trying to do. So if you can engage some new resource in the present, and the person can themselves start updating all the memories, all these other things. So yeah, I think that change, it doesn't require that you have to go into the past and dig something up.